NKTelco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the New Bremen Cardinals will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Today's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity; Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me this afternoon, Brandon Koberman. Girls basketball, an MAC Shelby County Athletic League matchup today. The visiting New Bremen Cardinals come into today's play at 3-12, 1-5 in the MAC under head coach Andy Timmerman. Cardinals lost in their last contest 34-17, and they are on a 7-game losing streak. And the Cardinals looking for a little offense.
Yeah, looking for a little offense, but when we do talk about this New Bremen team, we talk about three-year letter winner, going to be three-year letter winner, Marina Nelson, one of the top scorers in the MAC. But this is a young club for Coach Andy Timmerman here, and they're going to play zone here. We know that. I was able to watch the Cardinals play earlier in the year. They're going to play zone, but, you know, always an Andy Timmerman team, always plays aggressive and always plays hard.
And the Jackson Center Tigers, they come into today's play at 5-10, 2-6 in league play under head coach Tiffany Brown. The theme for the Tigers is similar. They're looking to put points on the board.
And we saw it in spurts that other night against Rushi. We saw Presley Reese really hit some shots, but we also seen Tatum Reichert grow the past few games. Obviously, without McKinley Reichert, you know, they have to find someone else to kind of replace those shots and replace those points. And those two have done a nice job in filling in that role. Kendall Reese being back is big for the Jackson Center Tigers. But, yes, finding that offense is going to be big.
Jackson Center's improved their offense the last few games, just haven't resulted in a win. They lost to Rushi 46-29 here on NKTelco Sports. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. You are watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
And we'll have our starting lineups coming up next here on NKTelco Sports. Nice Saturday afternoon crowd on hand for this New Bremen Jackson Center matchup. The younger girls in the Jackson Center program, elementary school, a lot of them on hand here this afternoon. Introducing our starting lineups. First for the New Bremen Cardinals, Marina Nelson, a 5'7" senior. Number 14, Sophia Tangeman, a 5'6" freshman. And number 21, Stella Patch, another freshman at 5'8". And Charlotte Nelson, a 5'4" freshman. And number 44, at 5'10", a sophomore, Hallie Kenning. So the Cardinals will start 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore to go along with the MAC's top scorer in Marina Nelson. Now for the Jackson Center Tigers, Tatum Reichert, 5'6" freshman, number 20. Number 30, Hayden Bensman, a 5'3" sophomore. And Kendall Reese, 5'8" senior. And number 10, a 5'9" senior, Presley Reese. And number 34, 5'6" senior, Dee Lichtenberg. Tigers will have 4 seniors, 3 seniors on the floor, a freshman and a sophomore as we start. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. First, for the visiting New Bremen Cardinals of head coach Andy Timmerman.
Well, Coach Andy Timmerman's talked about really playing tough. You talk about paying attention to the details here today and competing together as a team. This is a young roster, so he really wants them to compete and play together.
And for the home team, the Jackson Center Tigers.
The Tigers talked about limiting the turnovers and winning the board. She said those two have really become even more key and paramount for this team without McKinley Reichert here, Dave.
Cardinals will have the basketball first. We're underway. Boy, we're following this up. Great junior varsity contest, especially the finish, as New Bremen's Elena Pape hit 2 free throws with, 0.3 on the clock?
Yeah, got hacked.
And pulled out a 23-22 win when the Tigers' last second shot, and I mean last tick of the clock, just hit the front of the iron, which would have won it for the Tigers. But New Bremen the winner there. Tigers looking at the press here on their first possession. Lichtenberg back over to Bensman. Bensman will pull it back out and settle into their offense.
Interesting to see that. New Bremen comes out with that pressure. Let's see how the Tigers handle it here in the early portion of the game.
Lichtenberg on the wing. Looks like Cardinals going to play straight man-to-man to start this contest. Bensman with it. Looks down low. Reichert made the cut, but she'll get it over to Reese. Ball taken away, steal by Tangeman. Here come the Cardinals. Nelson with the basketball. Patch will have it. She'll shoot the 3. Shot no good. Inside, Kenning with the rebound. Boxes out, gets it back out to Nelson. Kenning puts the ball on the floor, and it's going to be a reach on D. Lichtenberg.
Kenning kind of strong on the inside. We talk about this Crimson and Gold team being youthful. Kenning's kind of their enforcer on the inside. Here, and Patch, she's not afraid to shoot that 3 as well. You're just a freshman.
Charlotte Nelson with the basketball over to Marina Nelson for 3. Shot no good. Rebound lost by Reese. Kenning will dish it off to her teammate, number 14, Sophia Tangeman, and the freshman will score the first basket of today's game. Reichert across the timeline. Ball goes out of bounds as Tangeman knocks it out of bounds as she defends against Reichert. Hayden Bensman tosses it into Reichert. Top of the key. 5:53 to go. Opening quarter of play on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Reese over to Reichert. Behind the arc. Gets it to Kendall Reese. Presley Reese with it now. Trying to set something up down low, but they'll bring it back out to Bensman. Lichtenberg loses the ball, picked by Marina Nelson. Across the timeline, back over to Stella Patch. Patch at the free throw line. Picked up there by Reese. Gets it back over to Tangeman. Outside 3 by Nelson. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Patch, and there's going to be a foul.
It's just right now, the New Bremen Cardinals winning the boards right now, not really seeing the Tigers box out much here. And that's really been a struggle in the early going. Every time the Cardinals have come down with possession, it seems like they've had multiple shots, at the rim here.
A couple of substitutes for both teams coming in here in just a moment. Patch's free throw no good. Maya Hirschfeld, number 3, will enter. And number 34, Allie Bornhorst, will come in. And Audrey Bird, number 22, comes in for the Tigers. Rebound after the missed free throw comes down to Jackson Center. Reese to Bird in the wing. She goes to the corner looking for Reese down low. Kendall Reese trying to make a move on Kenning. Back out to Reichert into the lane, puts it up. But she will be guilty of a travel. So the turnover by the Tigers. And with 4:42 to go here, opening quarter play, New Bremen with a 2-0 lead.
Legal, yep. Good call out front. Kettig not set. Trying to screen, and I think they were trying to maybe flash and get another screen for Nelson. There to flash her to the basket. I don't really know where that was developing, but a good call by the official.
Zoe Polschneider will enter the game. Dee Lichtenberg will re-enter for Jackson Center. Reese is going to lose the basketball. Nelson's going to pick it up and go in for the layup. That puts New Bremen up 4-0. Reese all the way over to Reichert. Lead pass to Presley Reese. Lichtenberg will have it. Timeout Jackson Center. Coach's timeout. 4:01 to play. Our score. Jackson Center finds themselves down by 4. New Bremen 4. Jackson Center nothing. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Jackson Center takes the timeout. Coach Brown, I think, just wants to try to set something up so they could get a good look on this possession and get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, a nice response by Coach Timmerman to apply some pressure here.
Yeah, Coach Timmerman counters with that. Lichtenberg shot no good. Wild scramble, and Marina Nelson will have the basketball.
It's the first field goal attempt that the Tigers have got off here because of this Cardinal pressure. They've really kind of struggled with it after the Tigers here in the early going. And
going to be a foul, and
they're going to call it on Kenning. Saying there was contact out front, maybe. So that's her second. Coach Timmerman clearly not happy about that.
Makes his point. Official wins. Reese over to Lichtenberg. Back over to Reichert. Reichert gets it over to Bird, open for the shot. Got it.
Yeah, nice passing there. Finding the open Audrey Bird. She didn't even have to cut to the basket. Great sequence there by the Tigers. Those quick passes are really going to defeat this New Bremen press. Nice job there by the Tigers.
Audrey Bird with Jackson Center's first score, 4-2, as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. Inside, back out, open for 3. Shot a little bit short by Patch. Rebound comes down to Tatum Reichert. Here's Reese. She's got some room. Goes in, and she'll tie it up with the left-handed layup. 2:48 to go, and we're tied at 4-all, first quarter of play.
It's a nice take by Reese to the basket. Those quick buckets and getting up, down past the press is really going to help these Tigers out, as you've seen the last 2 possessions.
Pass goes into Bornhurst. She gets it back out. Patch will make the move. Nice move, a little bit short. Rebound Cardinals. Shot back up, no good by Tangeman. Scramble for the rebound. Somebody's on the line, and it's going to be Dee Lichtenberg. Bensman back in for Jackson Center. Charlotte Nelson back in for the Cardinals. Maya Hirschfeld will inbound it. Kendall Reese will come in. Zoe Polschneider comes out. Back out front it goes. Three-pointer, shot just a little bit short by Nelson. Reese will grab the rebound, and there's a reach by Sophia Tangeman.
Well, and the Cardinals have really struggled from the outside here in the early going. I mean, you're fine if you're Coach Brown and crashing in on the paint, because the Cardinals have been a little happy patching Nelson from beyond the arc and just letting him shoot it until they prove they can hit it a couple times.
They'll break the New Bremen pressure as they get it up. Ball is going to be turned over. They got it across midcourt, but pass goes astray, and it's a Jackson Center turnover. Cardinals coming into league play this week were second in the percentage of three-point field goals. They're shooting 29%, connecting on 56, which the 56 is about 4 per game, and puts them third in the MAC. They'll turn it over up court.
And unfortunately, that live ball turnover is big. You don't get New Bremen a chance to set up the pressure. You can't do what Hayden Bensman did last time and run it to the wing and get trapped there. You have to be able to reverse the ball quickly if you're the Tigers.
Presley Reese thought about it. Back to Lichtenberg to the free throw line. Bensman, boy, I thought that was a double dribble. Must be my age, Brandon. Across the timeline comes Nelson. Top of the key, she'll shoot it. No good. Rebound. Loose, picked up by Presley Reese across the timeline. And let's see what the call is here with 1:08 to go in the quarter. Charlotte Nelson, the guilty party, picks up her first foul. Cardinals have 4 team fouls. Jackson Center 2 with 1:08 to go here in this opening quarter. Reichert inbounds it to Bensman. She'll shoot the 3. Shot no good. Nice rebounding position by Allie Bornhorst for the Cardinals. Stella Patch tries to move inside, gets it back out to Hirschfeld. The end of the lane goes Nelson. Back out to Patch, and that's going to be a travel.
Well, you can really tell when Patch is going to do that ball fake. She really takes it higher above the head than most people. I mean, it's only my second time seeing her play. But, maybe it's that pay attention to details thing. If you're the Tigers, you can tell when she's going to ball fake, maybe give her a step and then maybe close out at times.
Bird will have the basketball and a long pass from Reichert. Try to get it back out to Reese, and Jackson Center will turn it over as a ball goes out of bounds. And New Bremen will have it with 37.5 seconds.
I think Reichert, though, made a good decision passing that up quickly, though. Again, you got to be able to beat that New Bremen press. Try to get your 2-on-1s if you're the Tigers and be able to score quick baskets off that press.
Patch inside the lane, tipped there by Reese. Bird's going to pick it up. Here comes the race. Hirschfeld trying to catch up. They'll get it back out to Reichert. Clock at 15 seconds. Basket here would give the Tigers the lead. Reichert shot no good. A rebound comes down to Hirschfeld. 5 seconds. They'll get it up. Last second shot pops in and out by Allie Bornhorst. And we end our first quarter of basketball. Our score, Jackson Center 4, New Bremen 4. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
New Bremen jumped out to the 4-0 lead, but the Tigers come back and tie it up here in our first quarter of basketball. Offense limited.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, two teams going right at it defensively.
Yeah, you've seen a little pressure here from New Bremen. Cardinals have struggled to hit an outside shot. Credit to the Tigers. We've seen a mixture of turnovers, as we'll see here to start the quarter. But Tigers just 2 of 12 2 of 6 from the floor. The Cardinals 2 of 12. So some rough shooting in the first quarter for each team.
Cardinals firing up the threes. Nelson across the timeline. Top of the key. Goes to the right side, and Nelson. Bornhorst makes the move inside. Lichtenberg picks her up. Also there is Presley Reese. Nelson tries to get it inside to the cutting Stella Patch, but the Tigers will create the turnover. Two teams exchange turnovers. Here comes Charlotte Nelson back the other way. Out front is Hirschfeld. Ball tipped away. Reese is going to lead Presley Reese. And Presley Reese with 7:02 to go here in the second quarter puts the Jackson Tigers up 6-4.
Our first lead of the game here, and each team 4 possessions until then, 4 turnovers. So but Jackson Center able to capitalize off that turnover, that live ball turnover, and get a no fast break bucket.
Patch looking inside for Bornhorst. In trouble. Boy, that had to be close. Hirschfeld goes inside, pulls it back out. Here comes Nelson. Going to be a foul on Hayden Bensman. First foul of our second quarter. Sophia Tangeman will come in for Hirschfeld. Allie Kenning will come in. And Bornhorst come out. Kenning with 2 fouls. And Charlotte Nelson will handle the basketball out front. Ball tipped away by Lichtenberg, and here comes Presley Reese. Bensman, she'll direct traffic as we move toward the 6-minute mark of our second quarter of play. Reese, 17-footer, shot no good. Reese rebounded it, but Kenning will get the defensive board, and here come the Cardinals. Right side Nelson trying to move on Lichtenberg. Kenning trying to post up. Back out it goes to Patch. Bensman on her. Outside to Charlotte Nelson. Kenning looking for the cutting Tangeman, but tries to get it to Nelson. Ball is loose, and Kendall Reese will pick it up. Turnover, New Bremen.
The Cardinals have got 10 turnovers here. Nice job by D. Lichtenberg on that play to pop that free for Jackson Center.
Bensman. Reese will have it. Out front, Reichert. Left side to Lichtenberg. Reese comes out, picks the basketball up, lobs it into Presley Reese. Double team, puts the shot up and draws the foul.
Nice job by the Tigers to recognize Reese had the mismatch on the inside. He wanted him to get it to her a little quicker, crisper passing, but nonetheless recognizing the matchup. And that's something more Presley Reese is probably going to have to do without McKinley Reichert, is have to post up and go to the block and try to score, because you're lacking kind of that size. Otherwise, if you're the Tigers, you need some sort of inside scoring like that. So Presley Reese is going to have to do that. They're going to have to put her in positions to be able to do that.
Reese, second free throw falls home, and it's a 3-point Jackson Center lead. Audrey Bird, number 22, the junior, comes back into the game. She got the Tigers going quarter number 1 with a nothing but net jump shot. Charlotte Nelson. Pass is going to go off the fingertips of Stella Patch.
Man, that's a quick breather for Presley nonetheless. Back in. 11 turnovers now for the Cardinals, and Coach Amy Timmerman's squad really struggling here, and here comes their trap.
Trying to double team Reichert. She'll get it through it. finds Bird on the backside, and Audrey Bird, the 5'5 junior, puts it off the glass, and Jackson Center now has a 5-point lead.
Well, Jackson Center has shot well when they've got a chance, but a nice job by Bird to cut. That's exactly what you need off the press if you're Jackson Center. If you saw that last possession, that's what you need to be doing every time. Cutting to the basket. Tatum Reichert did a nice job creating there, too, and feeding that ball to Audrey Bird. Because the Tigers right now are 2 of 4 from the field in the quarter. So really not shooting much, but when they're getting the opportunity here in the second quarter, they're capitalizing.
New Bremen just plagued by turnovers. That's a lot of possessions to give up in a game. Tigers trying to get across that timeline, but they'll return a turnover.
Right, that area, they gave it to Reese. That's what I had a basketball coach used to call the swamp right there. You know, you had the sideline right there. You can't go back. So where do you have to go? You got to move out of those positions quickly. That's why when teams press, you talk about quick ball movement.
And going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow will favor Jackson Center. Once you get into that, right there at that timeline and what you called the swamp, it's do or die time.
Yeah, you got to get it out of there. That's why coaches say get it in the middle, you know, because that sideline's an extra defender for the defense. So as soon as you get it there, they can use it as an extra defender.
Kenning with the interception. Cardinals trying to mount some offense. Or rather, that was Bornhorst with the interception. She's back into the lineup.
Yeah, and New Bremen in desperate need of something offensively. If you know that 17-point performance against Parkway the other night, they need something to get going here. Just something, something high percentage, maybe get the ball on the block if you're the Cardinals here.
And it's a man-to-man defense, so you'd like to see him maybe drive a little bit. Nelson gets it back out to Charlotte Nelson. Patch, the ball is taken away by Reese. Here comes Reese. Charlotte Nelson, shot no good, and Reichert on the other side had the rebound, but she is fouled, and Tatum Reichert will go to the free throw line.
Nice job again. I mean, the Jackson Center is just doing a better job of pushing it down the floor here as of late, and mistake by Reese. Reichert there on the follow-up.
And you look back on New Bremen's season, and three wins. They beat New Knoxville, they beat Wapakoneta, but the big one on the schedule, the big win, around Christmas time, they beat Russia by 6.
Yeah, and that was a game they played really great, and we're playing zone. So, you know, I watched that game. I called that game earlier in the season, and now they've shifted to going to more of a man-to-man style defense, which the defense hasn't really been the problem for Coach Timmerman. I mean, it's just been the offense of lacking here at times.
Cardinals will inbound it. Skylar Lochtefeld, 5'3" senior, will inbound it. Outside jumper by Nelson, no good. Rebound is going to be Jackson Center basketball.
The Cardinals is 0 of 4 from the field this quarter. They just have not been able to hit anything from the field here. Benson's got a good timeout by Coach Brown there. Good timeout.
She'll take a 30-second timeout as Tigers were in trouble. I'd like to remind you that this afternoon's contest brought to you by First National Bank, hometown opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. With 3:11 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, it's 10-4. Jackson Center with the lead. I am Dave Helmstetter. With me this afternoon, Brandon Coverman, high school basketball from the Habitat of the Cat in Jackson Center. And the Tigers looking to snap their 4-game losing streak here in a non-league game against New Bremen.
And really, Coach Brown takes that timeout. It's fine they get the ball to Hayden Bensman back there in the middle, but you like to see her maybe, look again, like I said, to rotate it quickly, see what she does there. Get on the sideline. You got to have someone cut to the middle there. See Reese get it. There's the trap. And there you go. Nice job by the Tigers to get out of that there.
Reese, 15-footer, shot no good. Rebounded by Hirschfeld. Nelson. Back to Lochtefeld. Kenning for three. Or excuse me, Bornhorst for three. Shot goes out of bounds.
And it's been a rough day at the office. 2 of 17 to the field for the Cardinals. I mean, they just, like I said, that 17-point performance against Parkway. You're hoping sometimes things balance out. It just hasn't done that here in the first half for New Bremen yet. Haven't scored yet this second quarter at all.
Pass comes over to Bensman. I think it overshot the person it was intended for, but it worked out. Reichert out front. Bensman will handle it. Lichtenberg. Guarded by Bornhorst. Loosely. They'll get it over to Bensman. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. First half. Tigers running their offense. Baseline is open. Reichert will take it. She'll get the roll, and Tatum Reichert, I think that's her first basket of the half.
Yeah, it's her first field goal, and that's a nice take by her. Like we said, she's going to have to score more with her sister out now, and she's doing a nice job. We've really seen her mature over the course of the season and taking some shots that she might not have taken, in the early part of the season, in November, early December. But naturally going along, she's going to be a great player for a lot of years here for Jackson Center.
It was interesting to see the matchup. We had Thursday's game with Russia, and a couple of freshman players, Cordonier and Reichert, playing against each other.
Yeah. And there's a lot of freshmen here on the floor, too, for
New Bremen.
So, yeah. Moving forth here, and that's another turnover on New Bremen. There's 15 of them in the first half.
Minute 28. 15 turnovers. Ouch. The possession efficiency goes down.
Yes, quite a bit.
In the middle to Polschneider. She tried dishes it off. Bensman back out to Reichert to shoot the three. Shot just a little bit short. Rebounded Allie Bornhorst. Nelson. To the corner. They'll move it around quickly. Patch with the basketball. Puts it on the floor. Nice move. But I guess it's not so nice. He took an extra step.
Yeah, I couldn't see that from there, but that official clearly seeing it from his side. So another turnover again, turnover number 16 for the Cardinals.
Bremen applying the pressure. See how the Tigers do this time. Works again. They get it over to Presley Reese.
Yeah, they overshoot that middle again and somehow find it the girl on the sideline.
It works. Bird with it. Back out to Reese. Coming into the final 40 seconds of this first half. Girls basketball from Jackson Center. 12-4 our score. Jackson Center with the lead. On that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Clock under 30. Tigers look like they may be going for that final shot. Not so quick as trying to get the ball to the wing. Out of bounds it goes. Tiger turnover, and see what the Cardinals can do on this possession. Nelson over to Charlotte Nelson. Marina Nelson now with the basketball. Will shoot the three. Shot no good. Reese had it in her hands. Is going to lose it out of bounds. It's going to stay with New Bremen with 4.4 seconds to go here in half number one. I think we got the youngsters here at halftime, don't we, Brandon?
I think we do. We had the third and fourth. I'm going to assume maybe the fifth and sixth grade coming up here next.
Yep. They're appearing in the doorway. Cardinals unable to get a shot off, so we go to the locker room. Jackson Center with an 8-point lead. Our score, Jackson Center 12, New Bremen 4. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, We stand by you every step of the way, because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
Halftime here at Jackson Center. The Tigers enjoying a 12-4 lead over the New Bremen Cardinals. And as we said at the onset of today's broadcast, whatever team found a little offense is going to be in the lead. And that has been the Jackson Center Tigers as they outscored New Bremen 8-0 in that second quarter. And how about those numbers of the first half, Brandon?
Yeah, and taking a look overall, Jackson Center's only got 11 shot attempts off, but they've made 5 of them. First half, a dozen turnovers, 6 boards, 2 of 4 from the line. New Bremen, on the other end, they were 2 of 19 from the field. They had 16 turnovers that first half, 10 rebounds, and they were 0 of 2 from the line. So, I mean, just a rough quarter of offense there, obviously, for the Cardinals in particular. You saw Jackson Center obviously pick up 8 points that second quarter. Obviously, that's good enough to give them that 8-point lead. Biggest thing for the Tigers, just keep continuing doing what works. That's pushing the ball past that press if Coach Timmerman opts to do that and try to get those open looks that you were able to hit. For New Bremen, I think it's pushing that ball on the inside. I think they've settled for way too many shots on the outside. They've got to look, whether it's to Hallie Koenig or just, Stella Patch or Marina Nelson, look to drive and maybe get some contact. And it doesn't even have to go in. If you maybe draw contact and you get a foul and you get 2 free throws, you scored 4 points. You got to find some way to get the ball in the basket. So you got to be creative here.
Jackson Center has the basketball to start our third quarter play. Cardinals are going to come out and apply some pressure. Try and get those double teams. Reichert will handle the basketball across the timeline. Here comes the chaser, wide open as Reese misses the bunny. Boy, she was open too, Brandon.
It doesn't get better than that. But, I mean, those are the looks. Those are the looks that you need if you're Jackson Center, right there. I mean, I know it didn't convert, but that's the look you need to fall.
But she recovered, got her own rebound. They get back into their offense. And the Tigers, Tatum Reichert for 3 at 7:23 to go in the third quarter, and it's now an 11-point lead.
Boy, and a nice shot there by Reichert. She can shoot it very well, and the freshman's got a half dozen now.
Nice form, nothing but net. Tigers up 15-4 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Charlotte Nelson back out to Marina Nelson, goes inside. Kenning off the glass. There's one inside.
Yep, exactly like we were talking about there for New Bremen, is getting those inside shots, those inside looks. Perfect there for Coach Timmerman's squad.
Reese back to Reichert, streaking towards the basket, draws the foul. Nice aggressive play by the Tigers.
Exactly. Pushing that ball up the floor. Reese wasn't in a good position. Reichert cuts right to the basket, draws and attracts the foul, and we're seeing the offense hopefully pick up here through this first minute and 18 seconds of the second half here, Dave.
Tatum Reichert at the line. She connects. Second free throw also good. 7 points for Tatum Reichert, I believe, right, Brandon?
8 now.
8 now. 8 points for Reichert.
Yep.
17-6. Early third quarter action from Jackson Center. They'll go inside. Kenning will make the move. Shot no good. Good look, though.
Yeah, and that's what you need. Like I said, you only scored 4 points that whole first half. You need good looks. To get in, those shots will eventually fall too. That's better than taking a three-pointer and just continuing to miss them because New Bremen hasn't hit one of those all day.
Rebound comes down to Stella Patch. Under 6 minutes we go. Nelson. He's going to lose the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off Nelson. As number 22, Audrey Bird, will come in for Presley Reese. She'll catch a breather at the 5:54 mark of our third quarter. Over to Bird. Audrey Bird. Shot blocked there by Kenning. Rebound to Patch. Patch across the timeline. Looks to go inside. Cut off there. Gets it back over to Nelson, who'll shoot the three. Shot no good. Charlotte Nelson will bring it back in, but Reichert finds it. Outlet pass Bensman from the free throw line. Shot no good. And there's going to be a jump ball between Kenning and Kendall Reese.
And you got to buck that three if you're New Bremen. It's not working. You got to play an inside game. You know, if I'm Jackson Center, I'm content with them shooting it all game. And I think I even mentioned that in the first quarter. They missed a couple, and I said I was content to saying, hey, you know, let them shoot it until they make a few in a row. And I have not connected on a single one here today. I don't have the exact three totals they have here today, but I know they haven't connected on one at all.
And it's 17-6, 11-point lead. Cardinals, Stella Patch with it. Trying to go in the lane. She'll feed Kenning. Nice move, and she'll draw the foul.
See, and exactly, that's the look you want. That's the look you get. Like I said, Kenning missed on that, but it's a high percentage look. It's a higher percentage look than that three-point shot. It might not be as cute, so to speak, but hey, you're getting in the line, you're shooting free throws, you're giving yourselves a chance to slowly get back into this ball game.
5:07 to play in the third quarter. Free throw is good by Kenning. Second free throw, also good. Jackson Center. Reese. Over to Reichert. Reichert guarded by Hirschfeld. Lichtenberg. Reese will have it. Tigers move comfortably into their offense. Bird. Reese to Kendall Reese. Bird comes to the corner. Kenning almost took it away from Reese out front. Presley Reese will handle it.
Well, we don't see. I got called they called it 3 seconds on Tatum Reichert there.
Oh,
that's something we don't. You could about count on the hand anymore. You see 3 seconds anymore.
I think that's the second one I've seen this season.
Yeah, you can count on about one hand. You don't see it called very often.
Outside shot by Patch, no good. Rebound, Tatum Reichert. I find it an unusual call because the Jackson Center is just running their offense.
Yeah.
And they're moving around, and I didn't see it. It doesn't mean it wasn't there, but kind of a unusual situation.
Yeah.
They'll turn it over, and it's 17-8. Jackson Center will have the basketball.
Yeah, and that 3 seconds in the lane is such a loose term too. You know, do you really give them 3 seconds? Do most officials obviously give a warning? But like I said, we rarely call that.
Reese in trouble. Timeout. Coach Tiffany Brown will take a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 4:08 to go in our third quarter. Our score: Jackson Center 17, New Bremen 8. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Jackson Center will have the basketball. They will inbound it in front of the hometown crowd. Reichert gets it to Reese in the corner. Let's see what head coach Tiffany Brown has in mind for her team on this possession. Bird to the wing. Nelson guarding her. Holschneider, 15-footer. Shot no good. Rebound to Hirschfeld. And Marina Nelson shoots it across to Nelson. Open is Patch. They'll get it out front. Nelson. Open for three. She'll pull back and shot pops in and out. Bornhorst with the rebound.
Good look again for Nelson, but the week goes on. He just can't make a shot from the outside for New Bremen, and
also have an open lane.
Yeah, and it's just you gotta push that ball on the inside if you're the Cardinals. It's been a struggle for them here today. I mean, they've scored more points this quarter than they did in the whole first half, and that's mostly from that inside. So you gotta emphasize getting in on that block.
Allie Bornhorst connects on the free throw. Cardinals down by 7. Tigers will break the press. Reese over to Bensman. There's the steal. Nelson. Bird chases her, but Nelson gets the easy bucket, and it's 17-12. And suddenly the Cardinals showing a little signs of life after that turnover.
And it came where it's 17-12. 4 points is a big run. You're on either side, obviously.
Bensman trying to lead Reichert. And Reichert will toss it back in on Bornhorst, and it'll go off Alley. So Jackson Center will keep the basketball. Reichert inbounds it to Reese. Over to the left side, and Reichert. Ball almost near steal there by Marina Nelson. Reichert will handle it out front. Coming up on 2.5 minutes. Ball tipped out of bounds there by Charlotte Nelson. So Jackson Center will keep the basketball.
And now New Bremen's starting to get more active hands here and starting to create more here. If they can get those live ball turnovers like they did, that'll help them offensively.
Lichtenberg will toss it in. Gets it to Tatum Reichert. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Lichtenberg trapped. Turnover. Here come the Cardinals. Nelson. Hirschfeld back to Nelson for the three. Got it. Good time for the first one for Marina Nelson here this afternoon.
And now they're feeling it. And that's what's going to help you out. When you hit those inside shots, they'll start to respect the outside shot more here. And now New Bremen on a roll.
They get it across to Presley Reese, trying to get it into Lichtenberg. Ball is loose on the floor. Cardinals trying to convert on the turnover. Nelson for three. Shot is short. Rebound battle. Charlotte Nelson. Now Maya Hirschfeld. Here's Nelson for the shot. Would be the lead. Nelson will come down with it. That's going to be a kick violation on Jackson Center. So New Bremen will have the basketball. And suddenly the world just gets turned over. And now a three for New Bremen puts them into the lead. Nelson back out to Charlotte Nelson. Got it.
Now they're feeling themselves
Charlotte
here.
Nelson knocks it home.
They hear me talking about taking those threes, and now they've hit 2 of them.
Bensman, double dribble, travel. 18-17, New Bremen with the lead with 1:19 to go.
Next possession, you got to take a timeout here at some point if you're Coach Brown. It's an 11-0 run here for the Cardinals now, or a 12-0 run. I believe it was 17-6 at one point.
Cardinals using that pressure defense to get out and get a couple of easy baskets, and then a couple of threes start to fall, and suddenly New Bremen has regained the momentum here. With 1:07 to go in the third quarter, going to set itself up for one wild fourth quarter. That pass will find the first row of the seats.
You got to be happy, though, if you're Coach Anya Timmerman this third quarter. Now the offense starting to open up, and it's because they start emphasizing that inside, and then, things get easier on the outside in the perimeter. Now they've knocked down a couple of threes. That law of averages are working out here.
Double teamed again. Tatum Reichert trying to get that pass, just unable to get control of it. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Jackson Center. So Cardinals will maintain the basketball. 54.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's all about the spacing out for the Tigers, getting the basketball, spread out. Someone flashing the basket here, especially if the Cardinals do that run and jump trap, which they do here on the wings.
Let's see what the Tigers do. Bensman will take a good-looking shot. No good. Reese sneaks in. Shot no good. Almost tipped away by Presley Reese, but Marina Nelson will regain control and bring it up court. Nelson left side. Plenty of time in a quarter. 25 seconds. And there's a travel.
Yep.
23.4 seconds. Cardinals.
They're really shading to the side of trying to not let Presley Reese get the ball.
Tatum Reichert off the glass. Shot doesn't go. Nelson under 10. Charlotte Nelson. Here comes Patch running right-hander. No good. A rebound. Reichert. Clock is running out of time. That's going to end our third quarter of basketball. Got an exciting fourth quarter finish coming up from Jackson Center. Our score, New Bremen bounces back. The Cardinals 18, Jackson Center 17. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
New Bremen will have the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Nelson goes inside, running right-hander, no good. Ball comes down to Tangeman. Nelson back out to Patch inside the lane, running right-handed shot, no good, but Stella Patch will go to the free throw line.
But again, that's exactly why we say for them to push it. On the inside, they were settling for that three-pointer way too much throughout the first half of this game. Now that she, pushes it on the inside and she gets fouled there, she's got the chance to go to the free throw line.
Patch with the free throw. She'll connect. Cardinals on the season shoot about 65% from the free throw line. Now have a 2-point lead. Second free throw also rolls home. And New Bremen has a 3-point lead. Benzman. There's the steal, Charlotte Nelson. Going to be a foul as Nelson goes in. She'll shoot a couple.
Now the middle's the right place to get that too, but just too much telegraphing right now by this Jackson Center offense, getting that ball up the floor. You got to find a way to kind of make that defense guess, making it too easy for them. They're getting live ball turnovers now out of this trap.
Has to go quick, and that's hard to do. Nelson with a free throw. Shot no good. Charlotte Nelson hit a big three in that third quarter for the Cardinals. It put 14 on the board. Second free throw is good. New Bremen's largest lead of the afternoon now at 4 points. There's the inbound steal by Nelson. Reese will steal it right back. Benzman has it. Reichert. Cardinals are going to double team her. And we got a timeout, Jackson Center. Break in the action. Our score 7:25 to go. Fourth quarter play. New Bremen 21. Jackson Center 17. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Jackson Center, the puzzle to solve is that little press that New Bremen's applying to them.
Yeah, you know where they're trapping. It's generally, Dave, cutting to those spots and finding that open area here. They're going to trap that wing every time. You know that's coming. So if you're Jackson Center, you've got to prepare for that. Every time you throw the ball to the wing, New Bremen is trapping. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go with the ball? Where are you going to cut? Where are you going to flash to try to get that high percentage look that Jackson Center was getting earlier in the contest? Watch, whenever they throw to that, if they throw to that wing, you're going to see that trap. Throw to Benzman here. Here comes it. Oh, nope, not right there. Well, they took it off. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not so sure. Inside, Reichert shot no good. Reese will try to put the rebound up. She'll draw the foul from, I believe, number 14, Tangeman. Let's double check. Yep, Tangeman on the foul. And Kendall Reese can step to the line and end a long dry spell for Jackson Center.
Absolutely, and only 5 points that third quarter. And a big bucket.
Connects on the free throw. Second free throw is also good. A couple of big free throws there by Kendall Reese. Nelson. Patch. Nelson shot blocked. Kenning gets it. Tangeman shot no good. Tigers, 6.5 minutes to go in this one. Lots of time. Reese should have a layup, but she gets fouled as she tries to do just that. She'll go to the line. Three free throws in a row by Jackson Center has pulled them back to within a point, and Presley Reese on this attempt could tie it up. She connects. Good time to hit free throws, Brandon.
Yeah, and they've done really well from the line actually here tonight. I'll have to add it up here in a second, but it's really good. They've only missed 2 free throws. They've connected on their last 7.
And we are tied at 21 all. Cardinals with the basketball. Hirschfeld to Nelson, goes inside to Kenning. Tries to make the move. Double teamed, leaves Patch open. Shot no good from outside. Kenning off balance shot, but she puts it up and in.
Nice job by Kenning to stick with that one and put it back in.
She got those first 2 fouls early on. That
Yeah.
didn't help New Bremen's cause in the first half.
No, and maybe why we saw them shoot more outside shots than they're used to.
Lichtenberg is fouled. Boy, nice pass there by Kendall Reese. Very unselfish play. Lichtenberg is fouled as she went in for the shot, and Lichtenberg will shoot the free throws.
And you talk about the absence of McKinley Reichert. Obviously, tough for this team, but, you do gain Kendall Reese back, who had been out, most of the season here early on.
Lichtenberg with the made free throw. She can tie it up with this free throw. Nothing but net. We are tied at 23.
It's 9 made free throws in a row for the Tigers. That's been huge in a game where, a lot of points have been at a premium here. I've been on a minimum, I should say.
Nelson goes inside. Reese, let's see what the call is. They'll call a jump ball. Whistles came from both sides, and Jackson Center wanted to travel on the play.
Yeah, it was,
Instead, we get a jump ball.
borderline. It was borderline. She might have dragged that back pivot foot, but, in an uncertainty like that when you're an official, that jump ball is always nice and reliable to go to. So the Tigers get the ball anyway here, and here's that press set up by the Cardinals to see how Jackson Center attacks it.
In the middle to Lichtenberg. Puts it on the floor. Bird in the wing. Lichtenberg goes down on the court. Reese will have it, top of the key. Reese puts it on the floor, puts it up, and gets it. What a drive by Kendall Reese.
Great downhill attack, and coming back from that knee injury, she's probably a little, you're probably a little nervous to take that to the rack, but that was a beautiful take there by the senior Kendall Reese.
Stella Patch out front with it. Hirschfeld. They'll go inside to Kenning. Ball comes back out and got a bench timeout. Andy Timmerman will take a coach's timeout. 4:54 to play. Our score, Jackson Center 25, New Bremen 23. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
New Bremen takes the timeout. They'll inbound it. Marina Nelson to Charlotte Nelson. Nelson will go inside to Kenning. She'll make a move, and Reese will draw the foul. Presley Reese with the foul.
This is going to be a long stretch. That's the third first team foul on the Tigers, but Bremen's already has 14 fouls, so those are racking up on each side here.
And New Bremen counters with a made free throw. And once again, we're tied.
Some superb free throw shooting on both sides today, especially with the offense that has been struggling on both sides.
Reese has it out front, gets it over to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg looks at the cutting Bird, but they'll bring it back out. Bird to Reese, working on Hirschfeld. Lichtenberg Now Bird. Reese out front. Bird trying to sneak inside and going to lose the basketball. It's going to go out of bounds.
Both teams have cut down on the turnovers better the second half as well. So we've seen that as an improvement, as it was a sloppy first half handling the ball on both sides.
Nelson across the timeline. Charlotte Nelson has it. Reichert battling for the basketball. They get it back over to the wing and Hirschfeld. And pass is going to go out of bounds. Really an unforced turnover that time.
Yeah, you gotta hit him in the chest right there if you're Mia Hirschfeld. It wasn't a good pass by her to get it out to Nelson. The two seniors working there. You got to hit her right in the chest.
Reichert out front, right side, Lichtenberg. We're tied at 25 all. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Presley Reese will shoot the three. Shot no good. Good position inside by Stella Patch. She'll motor it across the timeline. Looks to her coach on the sideline. Let's see how this transpires. Pulls up on the dribble. Gets it to Nelson. Marina Nelson cuts inside. It's going to be a turnover. Reese on the breakaway. And Presley Reese will put her team up with 3:19 to go. 27-25.
And that ball was poked away there by Kendall Reese. A nice shot for her to get her hand in there. She's going along playing a lot better this second half, starting to get a little more comfortable back in this offense.
That defensive play led to the go-ahead basket. Stella Patch out front. Marina Nelson. They'll go inside to Kenning, but Reese is going to be guilty of the foul.
Team foul 4 here, so each team now for the rest of the game, Dave, shooting free throws.
2 minutes and 52 seconds. We're going to win this one at the line.
Well, and it would be a proper way with how the offenses have struggled, but both teams have shot the free throw really well here today.
Inbounds pass, Nelson. Back out to Patch, top of the key. Kenning. Now Hirschfeld. Tigers keep him out. Timeout, full timeout taken by New Bremen. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Big possession here for the Cardinals. Tigers are up by 2 or scored. Jackson Center 27, New Bremen 25. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coach Andy Timmerman takes the timeout. Cardinals now have the basketball. We go under 2.5 to play. Nelson in trouble. And got a timeout again. 30-second timeout. And Andy Timmerman will take yet another timeout. Not sure where the call came from on that one.
Yeah, he kind of looked a little perplexed there. I don't know if he knew he called one or not.
I'm not really sure he did.
Maybe the bench called it and they just heard it because you're an official and you hear it and you're right there next to the bench. You're naturally thinking, all right, they called a timeout. And
so I'd like to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's game. First National Bank, hometown opportunity. Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank, all bringing you today's basketball from Jackson Center. 2 minutes and 26 seconds on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 27-25, Jackson Center with the lead. New Bremen with the basketball. Inbounding it, Stella Patch looks inside for Kenning, back out to Nelson. Shot just a little bit short, Charlotte Nelson that is. Rebound comes down to Reese, Presley Reese. Comes nail-biting time. We move up towards 2 minutes. There's the feed inside to Bensman, trying to get it over to Reichert, and she does. Bensman with the assist. Reichert makes sure it goes in and draws the foul.
Just kind of long developing there, but again, that cut, they get that pass out quick. They've got numbers, and there you go. Tatum Reichert with the chance of the old-fashioned three-point play. Well executed there by Jackson Center.
Bensman saw it.
Yeah,
she clearly saw it. It was just a matter of her getting the ball out of her hands and over.
And
Reichert will hit the free throw.
That's 10 consecutive free throws made for Jackson Center. So if they hang on here in the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds, you can really point to that free throw line, which you can't leave points at when you're an offense that when you're talking to Coach Brown saying, hey, we need someone else to step up and score here without McKinley Reichert. That free throw line becomes an extra point of emphasis right there.
Nelson goes inside on Reese. Shot no good. Rebound to Bensman. Tigers in control. 5-point lead. Clock at 1:45.
And you can afford to, take. You're going to see the pressure increase here from New Bremen. Don't panic if you're Jackson Center. Do the same thing you're doing, cut and flash to the basketball, and get shots like that.
Lichtenberg cannot convert on this one, and going to be foul on the backside.
And that's a bad foul by Lichtenberg in the backside, because now you force New Bremen to the line, and we know we talked about obviously the struggling of shooting today. So now that puts New Bremen at the line with the chance to get them even closer in the game. But you missed that, but again, that's the look you want if you're Jackson. The pressure's going to increase from New Bremen, so just relax and try to focus on getting that ball to the block.
Free throw drops home by Stella Patch. 4-point lead for Jackson Center. Hirschfeld will come in.
Yep,
second free throw.
They're going to get another chance. Lichtenberg stepped over. You can tell the official does. The official on the baseline gives a little closed fist signal. And you saw, if you were watching it, you probably saw Lichtenberg step over, but he could give that closed fist signal, meaning that it's delayed there, and she'll get another chance. So
second free throw by Patch. Bounces right back to Reichert. Cardinals will press now. Reese double teamed. Foul is going to be on number 21, Stella Patch. And that's going to be 5 on both teams. So that'll put Kendall Reese at the free throw line.
And, Coach Timmerman deciding obviously to make this a long game here. A game at the free throw line here, extending this game out just because of how the offense has been at a minimum for both teams.
Reese with the second free throw. Shot rolls out. Rebounded by Kenning. Nelson. Marina Nelson will go to the right side. Charlotte Nelson. Marina Nelson is open. She'll put the three up. No good. It's going to bounce long and go out of bounds. That'll be Jackson Center basketball.
So here comes the pressure here from New Bremen.
New Bremen trying to come up with that easy basket here. Reichert. Bensman back to Reichert. In the middle to Reese. Back over to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg to Reichert. Thought about it. She'll pull it back out.
If you're going to attack downhill or make sure it's an open shot.
It's going to be a free throw. They do not want, I don't think, though Reichert had an open shot wisely. Kept the ball on the floor, ate up some more time, and she'll go to the free throw line.
I don't think it would have been a bad thing if she took it either, but that's, if you're in agreement, you're hoping she's taking that and risking and gambling that she misses it. But, they've been really good from the free throw line here other than Kendall Reese's last trip. But It's if we're going to let Jackson Center decide it at the free throw line here, it's a tough ask because they've been connecting from there.
I can tell you who you don't want to foul.
Yeah,
Tatum
exactly,
Reichert.
exactly.
6-point lead for Jackson Center as we come into the final seconds of this one. Cardinals need a score, and they need to score quickly. Kenning, shot rolls around and out. Rebound, Kendall Reese. She's played quite a game here, especially in the second half.
Cardinals have still not managed a field goal yet this fourth quarter. You gotta, in that situation too, I know I've been saying, you gotta push the ball on the inside here, but the three-point arc has got to be in more desperation, whether you get it to Charlotte or Marina Nelson or still a patch, someone to get it to, you got to rely on and gamble on to, someone to make something. You're this late in the game. You can't focus it on getting it on the inside.
Reese with her second shot connects. 33-26. Nelson. She'll fire up the three and connect. Timeout. New Bremen.
Yep, exactly like that right there. Exactly what you need. And Marina Nelson now at double figures.
Our score, Jackson Center 33, New Bremen 29. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
When I graduated from Salina, I didn't know much about the job market here.
I knew I wanted to come back to the area.
I went to Hometown Opportunity where I was looking for a local job.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me.
Linked me directly with those local companies.
And the last 6 months have been wonderful to feel that family environment again.
Jackson Center with the basketball. Bensman will toss it in. 23.1 seconds left. Jackson Center with a 4-point lead. Reese gets the pass in bounds. It's going to be a foul before the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, right call. And Reese was about a half second away from trying to chuck that down to D. Lichtenberg there and get her wide open, which would have gave her a downhill attack at the basket. But clock stopped nonetheless, and Presley Reese with the chance to put this game on ice here.
Presley Reese. Second free throw coming up. 5-point Jackson Center lead. Here comes Nelson. Kenning. Charlotte Nelson. Kenning. Nelson will fire one up from way beyond the arc. Shot no good. Lichtenberg with the rebound. Foul on the backside with 7.5 seconds to go. D. Lichtenberg will step to the line. Free throw pops in and out.
Just got to keep it in front of you here if you're Jackson Center, even if Lichtenberg misses. It's just not fouling and keeping them in front of you.
Rebound comes down to Kenning. Nelson will fire it up. Shot no good. Reichert with a rebound. That's going to do it. 34-29, our final score. Jackson Center prevails here in Jackson Center. Tigers go to 6-10 overall. Jackson Center will play at Houston on Tuesday, and then they'll play at home on Saturday, January the 25th, with the Botkins Trojans. New Bremen, on the other hand, they'll fall to 3-13 overall. And New Bremen will play Monday, home game with Legacy Christian Academy. And then Thursday they got the matchup with an unbeaten Marion local team. And then Saturday they play at home against Salina. This contest started out, interestingly enough, limited offense. 4-4 was our first quarter score. Cardinals were unable to score in that second quarter, so Jackson Center took to the locker room a 12-4 halftime lead. However, the New Bremen offense found themselves down 17-6 in that third quarter, but the Cardinals came roaring back with the help of a good free throw shooting, going inside and hitting a couple of threes, and they took a third quarter lead of 18-17. However, in quarter number 4, the Jackson Center Tigers prevailed. They put 17 points on the scoreboard in that fourth quarter and used some pretty decent free throw shooting, though they missed a couple at the end there, to take this 34-29 victory. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: First National Bank, hometown opportunity; Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. And now let's take a look at our final numbers for tonight's battle between New Bremen and Jackson Center.
Thanks, Dave. 20% were the Cardinals from the field, 7 of 42, 23 turnovers for Coach Andy Zimmerman's squad, 30 rebounds, and they were 10 of 14 from the charity stripe. On the flip side, for the Jackson Center Tigers, they were 8 of 27 from the field, 20 turnovers, 17 rebounds, but the difference, 15 of 23 at the free throw line. I would say they struggled a little bit to start there, but they hit 9 free throws in a row at one point, which really kind of helped jolt them later in the game, converting from the free throw line. Top scorers here tonight: Marina Nelson had 10, Sophia Tangerman with 2, Stella Patch with 4, Allie Kennig with 6, Allie Borners with 2, and then Charlotte Nelson with 4 for the Cardinals. On the flip side, for the Jackson Center Tigers, 10 for Presley Reese. McKinley Reichert chipped in 13. 4 from Audrey Bird, 5 from Kendall Reese, a nice lift from her tonight, and then 2 from Dee Lichtenberg. So, it was a struggle, like I said, offensively at times, but the Tigers pull it out here and get a big win, trying to move forward here.
Kendall Reese really had a big play in this one when she took the ball to the basket.
Yeah.
You look back on this game, and that play by her really came at the right time for Jackson Center. And the Tigers, of course, like you said, hit those 9 free throws. Really had a great time in the game for them, and that's how they're able to come away with victory number 6.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're looking for new forms of offense without McKinley Reichert, who knows how long she's out. But, you're trying to look for someone, and Kendall Reese conveniently comes back if you're Coach Tiffany Brown. Playing off that knee injury, that's not the easiest thing to come back from. It's not like it's a sprained ankle sometimes. So, a nice downhill attack by her. And she played well tonight. Only chipped in 5 points, but played well on the defensive end as well in rebounding. So a nice win for Coach Tiffany Brown as they're moving forward and get their 6th win of the season.
Ends a 4-game losing streak, so they can move on a positive step for their next contest. Once again, our final here from Jackson Center. Jackson Center 34, New Bremen 29. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me this afternoon, Brandon Coverman, and you have been watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.